Hello everyone, what is on my television right now? What is this? I gotta find out what this is. Universal Soldier The Return. I've never seen this movie. I don't watch very many movies. Anyways, hello everyone. Time once again for another one of my weekly videos. I have something about this. I'm in the living room because the doggy is sleeping right there. Such a cutie. He's been a little bit tired, I guess, today. I had a group of friends over today. We all played. Well, I played Fallout, honestly. My friend had let me borrow Fallout 3, so I've had that game for about a month. Pretty much the entire summer, just playing that game the entire summer. It was fun. I was able to complete a lot of the side quests. The only ones I didn't do involved, I'm pretty sure, the two that involved Tenpenny Tower. Like, one of them was literally called Tenpenny Tower, and the other one was involving ghouls that wanted to move into Tenpenny Tower. I think the only reason why I'd never finished that first quest was because I killed the guy you're supposed to give the quest to. So it just said quest failed, or something. I don't know. But I did all that I found, honestly. And I heard a lot about Fallout before, like, the years that it's come out. The game's by Bethesda at the very least. And I have always wanted to try it, but at the same time I never really wanted to, because made by the same people that made Skyrim, and I honestly don't like Skyrim because of besides the setting, I'm just not a fan of, like, the whole medieval setting, that type of stuff. It's just not for me. But just the idea that the entire game is just walking around doing nothing until, like, oh, hey, there's something, just didn't seem that fun to me. But having someone hold your hand as you walk out of the vault and enter the capital wasteland is a bit easier, and then having someone tell you where the first thing to do, and then just letting you go from there is a bit easier as well. All in all, I had a good time with it. By the end of the game, I became full-fledged. I had a bunch of stuff under my belt. I had met fox and dog meat and that type of stuff. Good time. Part of those types of game is creating your own story and, like, creating your own experiences. It's not all scripted at all. I remember the very first thing that happened to me as soon as I walked out of Megaton for the first time, or Megaton, I don't know. I was just trying to walk out and see if I could find a different area. And the very first thing that happened to me was a bunch of raiders, and say, "Hey, you're that guy that walked out of the vault, right? We're gonna kill you." I was like, "Can we not do this?" And it was like, "Nah, we're gonna kill you." And I got completely decimated. And it happened until, I took a different route. And then the next thing that happened to me was a guy walking up to me going, "Help me, I'm gonna explode." And I said, "Oh no." And he blew up, and then I got killed. It's those types of things that just, hold on. Oh, never mind. I thought I had the, oh, here it is. Let me turn the TV off. There's those types of moments that just stick with you throughout the game. I mean, of course, a lot of the scripted stuff, you want to pay attention to the main story in and of itself, but a lot of the stuff that stuck with me was those are just the random encounters, that type of stuff. Finding new areas, discovering the story behind it. It reminded me a lot of that area in The Last of Us, and I'm not going to say much more other than Ish. Like, if you've played The Last of Us, you know who Ish is. And the story of Ish and that type of stuff is just pretty interesting to me. But the week's been rather uneventful again. I have some videos that I'm gonna queue up to YouTube and upload in weeks' time. What I did with Bloodborne my first time around was, as soon as I beat a boss and I downloaded the video, I would upload it there, and I just go, "Hey, here's like 6 different bosses I beat today, here you go, and I just leave it there. And I guess I wasn't very good. I could have stacked that and posted a boss each week. There was a lot of bosses in that game. I count 18 bosses in that game. It's technically 17, but well, I guess 19. I don't know why, but I don't count Henrik as a boss, but I count the Bloody Crow of Canehurst as a boss, which, by the way, is a pretty cool name. But I beat the final boss, the true final boss. And now I'm playing through New Game Plus, New Game Plus 1, I think is the terminology for Souls games. And I'm gonna go through all the bosses once more. I'm gonna record the ones that I beat on the first try. Well, I'm gonna try to record all of them, but I'm probably just gonna upload the ones that I beat on the first try. And who knows how long that series will go, because I don't want to upload the same videos again is my thing. So I'm gonna go and upload the ones that I beat in one shot, my first try. And so far I have 3 bosses under my belt. I got completely decimated by, I don't know if I mentioned this in another video, but I was at Parl, and I got wrecked because I did not respect the boss. I mean, on my first go, I didn't beat him on my first try, but when I did beat him, I just noticed how fast I was doing it, so I guess that's why I thought it was easy. But it's totally not. I mean, I got close, but I didn't actually beat him on my first try, and I still haven't beat him. I just gave up and went somewhere completely different. But that game is still fun, and I'm gonna record those videos, and I'm gonna start uploading them starting next week. I don't know what day exactly next week, but I'm gonna start doing that. Other than that, I also beat Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I finally did Aqua's story. Actually, I beat Terra's story a while back, and then I started Ven's, and I got so tired because it's the same 3 stories relatively. It's the same areas every single time, and you do that game 3 times, but you get slightly different story every time. But I finished Ven, and I was able to finally play as Aqua, who, honestly, if the game didn't require to play as all the characters, I would just play as Aqua, because I didn't really care about the other story that much. I knew going into Birth by Sleep that Aqua was the most interesting character so far in the series. But I played through all of them. I quite say I enjoyed it. I like it better than Kingdom Hearts 2, so that's kind of tough because, for like the past few years, well, actually, ever since I got into the series, Kingdom Hearts 2 was my go-to. But playing through Birth by Sleep, the mechanics of it is just way more advanced. Kingdom Hearts 2 just looks a bit more primitive. The only difference being that Kingdom Hearts 2 just feels a bit snappier. The mechanics work a lot better. Your attacks actually hit. It doesn't feel as stilted as Birth by Sleep, so like the animations and stuff like that just feels a bit weird. You'll have more fun using area of effect attacks and projectiles in that game as opposed to actual combos. So keep that in mind. The game is actually kind of easy. I don't know how easy, honestly, but I do know for a fact that playing through Proud Mode, not that much of a challenge. As soon as you know the deck you're gonna build, and honestly for me, it was the same deck every single time. It was just it was this attack, and then this attack, and then that attack, and then a bunch of cure spells, and that was pretty much it, honestly. So I beat Fallout, beat Bloodborne, beat Birth by Sleep. I started playing. One second. Started playing this one. My friend that let me borrow Fallout New Vegas. Let me borrow Fallout 3. Also let me play Fallout New Vegas. And so far, I can't tell what the difference is. I'm getting a lot of like, she told me a lot of people tend to like New Vegas more than, oh god, there's an ant on the phone. A lot of people tend to like New Vegas more than people like Fallout 3, and I quite like Fallout 3, so I'm not exactly sure what the difference is, but I feel like I'm starting to get a feel for it, because I finished part of the tutorial, and it was talking about weapon crafting, or like ammo crafting. Like, weapon crafting was in Fallout 3, but I never touched it. I didn't feel the need to, but it just feels like they're introducing a bunch of smaller mechanics that, like, a lot of micromanaging was the reason what turned me off of Skyrim in the first place. Just the idea that you have, like, what is it? One of the bullet points of Skyrim was infinite side quests, and it was like, oh god, that sounds awful. I want to have a definitive end to a game as much as I want to walk everywhere and always find a side quest. I'm assuming it's gonna be the same side quest every single time, so I just don't want to. I don't want to deal with that. But Fallout New Vegas so far, it looks pretty. That's my thing. The skybox, like the colors are just a bit better, honestly. Like Fallout 3, if the colors were a bit better, that could be a beautiful game. But you know, I close my eyes, I think of the Capital Wasteland, I think of like this greenish gray color. But when I started up New Vegas, it not only started me off with like this nice atmosphere, like, you know, colors and stuff like that. It just pops a bit better, you know. Graphically, the game does not hold up too well. I mean, it looks pretty good for what it is. But you know, I've played a lot of games that have better graphics than Fallout New Vegas, to the point of it just does not look. I mean, who am I to say? Like, my favorite game right now is Birth by Sleep, and that game was a PSP game. I can't really say much about the graphics, but it looks great. Honestly, it looks great. The colors is my main thing. Like, the graphics are alright, but my main thing right now is colors. Just everything pops in a nice way because of it, and I like the whole aesthetic. I like the courier's look. He's got a big trench coat with that helmet. I want to get that outfit. But so far I'm rocking the Vault 21 jumpsuit. I think it's kind of weird. So that should be interesting. I can't really give, like I said, I can't really give much of an opinion about it. But today, what did I start this off with? Today I had people come over, watch me putz around through the end of Fallout 3. I thought the mission would be longer, honestly, but it's not. If I gave her back her copy of Fallout 3, but I might be thinking of getting the Game of the Year edition so I can keep playing it. And then she said she wanted to play that too because she doesn't have all the DLC. So yeah, we can do that. But I don't know. That's gonna have to wait. I don't know how I feel about it because I don't know how much content is in that DLC. I'd much rather just get my own copy of New Vegas and give this back to her. Get the collector's edition of, or sorry, the complete edition of Fallout New Vegas as well. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna like this game or not. You know. At the same time, Fallout 3, I know I'm gonna love that game, but how much content is left if I buy a whole new copy? You know. I don't know. We'll see. I only had people who played Fallout come over today, and it had completely slipped my mind because I had another friend who's going to the Art Institute in San Francisco, and it didn't occur to me to invite him because I just thought, you know, he's in San Francisco, he's far away, probably doesn't want to come here, and then I realized, you know, San Francisco is actually not that far away from me. It's probably like a half an hour, maybe an hour, not even an hour, I don't think so. But you know, less than an hour's drive away from here, and I'm pretty sure he lives here still in whatever, like in Northern California. So I just thought, yeah, wow, I feel kind of bad, but you know what? I'm gonna have one of these things again, so you know, we could hang out then. I didn't want too many people over, honestly. A couple of my friends was like, can we bring our boyfriends? Can we bring our girlfriends? And it's like, you know, I don't really have a problem with it, honestly. Like, I get you're in a relationship, and I get that it's fun and it's exciting, but it's like, you know, I don't know, it feels a bit like rubbing it in my face, kind of. I just wanted them, like, the entire time when they were talking about, like, oh, I'm doing this with my boyfriend, doing this with my girlfriend, I just really wanted them to, like, not talk about, or, like, talk about it in a different room, because it's just, like, I'm at a point in my life where I just do not want to hear about relationships and stuff like that. It's so triggering I can't use that word. That people use that word to say stuff like, oh, I'm having a spasm. It's not that strong. I don't think. I just dislike the conversation going along with it. Um, like I have nothing against them, wanting to be happy about their relationships. Of course, I completely understand being happy in a relationship, but like I'm really just at a point where I just do not want to hear about any sort of relationships. Like, oh, I did this and this with my girlfriend, and it's just like, shut up, because it feels a bit like rubbing it in my face, kind of. I know that's not the intention, and I know for a fact that they weren't doing it on purpose. You just so happened to be so into the conversation that um, they didn't even consider I'd be getting offended by it. Because what reason would I have to be offended? But I'm petty, so I get offended by that type of stuff. And I know for a fact that they weren't doing that to oppose me specifically. But it just, I don't know, it felt kind of, I don't know, it made me feel a bit bad. Honestly, I just wanted them to not talk about it, because it's like, I really don't want to hear about it. I really don't. Like, congratulations and stuff like that, and I'm happy for you, and I'll cheer you on, and I'll listen to anything you have to say. But it's just, honestly, it's just I don't know. It makes me sad a little bit. Um, but yeah. Other than that, it's just been it was fun, honestly. Um, another friend of mine came over today. Who also played Fallout. I invited her over. One of the reasons why is because she's leaving for, where's she going? She's going to Sacramento, I think. But she's moving there, so we're not gonna see her very much for a little while. So yeah, should be exciting for her. I'm hoping I get to hear about her new experiences and stuff like that. I hope we get to stay in touch. I've known her for a while, but we didn't really talk too much. Only just this year, honestly, which kind of sucks. That's the thing about making new friends senior year, is like, for a fact that they're probably not gonna stick around for very long. But oh god, anyway, I've been talking for forever. 17 minutes. Wow, that sounds awesome. I'm gonna go probably eat. It's like what, 2 in the morning. Oh, it's 2 in the morning because I've been trying to get Fallout New Vegas to work. I thought my PS3 was broken. You know what? It might just be. Here's what happened. I put the disc in the PS3, and it said I needed to install the new patch, and then after that it said I needed to install the game. So we were waiting around here, waiting for me to play the game. The patch took forever to load. And then as soon as it did, we went, yay, and then it said I had to install the game, and I said, oh, damn it, we had to sit here for another 15 hours. Anyway, we didn't sit around for 15 hours, but we sat around until they had to leave, and I barely started the game. What happened was, it stopped at 45%, and I thought, is there not enough space on the hard drive? Because I thought, if there's not enough space, it wouldn't have started, would it? But it's been stuck at 45 for like half an hour. Maybe I should go do something. And I thought, I was like, can I even back out of this? And then I pressed the PlayStation button, didn't do anything. I said, okay, I guess I can. I'll just wait. And then it did. And I said, okay, you know what? I'll quit the game. I'll quit it. And then I'll uninstall the portions that I'll uninstall some games on the hard drive. I might not have enough space on it. So I got rid of Fallout 3 because I'm not gonna play it in a little while, honestly. So I got rid of that. I had more space freed up on the hard drive. And then it continued, and it went up to 100, and I said, yay, and we started the game. And as soon as you take player control, you start off in the dog's office, and the first thing my friend mentions was that video. I remember this video of someone glitching out in New Vegas where you start off the game, and Doc Mitchell's head is just spinning around, and I remember that video too. I'm like, wow, I wonder if I'll find some crazy glitches here. And wouldn't you know it, as soon as the camera turns, Doc Mitchell is a glowing pinkish purple creature. He looks like that alien that was in Star-Lord's ship at the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy. That, like, glowing, and like his clothes were like weird, and I didn't notice at first, but it was a texture of the carpet in the other room, and it was like, is the game broken? It's broken. broken. All the textures are like glitching out and freaking out. All the people are purple. What's happening? Um, and we walked out, and then what is it? One of the first things you do in the game is you do a Rorschach test, and I couldn't see what the Rorschach test was because the canvas was pink and there was nothing on it. It was just a big pink texture. And I said, "Oh, this is fantastic! I can't even play the game." And my friend was like, "Are you sure you want to play the game like this? Because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be broken the entire time." I was like, "Yeah, you know what? I'll just get rid of it. Yeah, why not?" So we did that. But we played through the game a little bit, and like we got to go outside and see that everything was glitching out. Like my jumpsuit that I got was also freaking out. All the people were purple. The hedges kept switching textures. Like changing assets and stuff like that. It was weird. It was freaky. And I said, "All right, we should probably do so." Like they had to go anyway, so I said, "All right." It was just me and my other friend left. He was waiting on his ride, and I went, "Oh, okay, we'll try and figure this out." And so I tried to uninstall it, and it said maybe it's because I halted the installation, and so I deleted the entire thing and started the installation over. It didn't work, and I tried this for like hours and hours and hours, and nothing happened. And I said, "What if I install the game first and then install the patch? Does that work?" And lo and behold, like at midnight, it clicked to me to do that, and it finally worked. So I said, "No, you know what? Screw it. I don't know what time it is. I'm playing the game until I have access to an actual bed." So I played it up until that part. So there's that. That's my experience. It's like, oh man, this video is like half an hour. People tend to complain if a video is half an hour, but I don't really care. I watch videos way longer than this. Anyway, that's been my week, I guess. Oh man, I rambled on for too long. I'll try to make these shorter, I promise. No promises, actually. Sorry. It'll probably be longer. But I hope everyone had a good and fantastic week. My next video, if you stuck around this long, is going to be a Bloodborne video, probably next Wednesday. So we'll see about that. Until next time, peace out.